Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. There's been some reasonably major roadmap changes for Alpha 3.11, with features being pushed to 3.12 and new features appearing on that roadmap too. Due to a focus on currently higher priority features like body dragging, force reactions and certain high priority bug fixes, Cloud Imperium have said that 4 features will not make the cutoff for Alpha 3.11. Basically a delay to those features. This is the server-to-client actor networking rework, which is devastatingly annoying in my opinion, that it's not going to be there. Surrendering, AI FPS combat improvements, and death animation improvements. So with the surrendering, they're building a more full feature for Alpha 3.12 that's going to go a bit beyond than just you powering down your ship and all that sort of stuff, and then waking up in prison if you get stopped by security and you're a criminal. AI FPS combat improvements are planned with some more additions to what was originally there in a later update as well. Death animation improvements are getting moved to 3.12 is a pretty minor thing, and I suspect that they want more animations for those ragdolls, especially with force reactions and knockdowns coming online. What is pretty disappointing though is the server to client actor rework. It was one of the major improvements I was looking forward to in this patch, and it's supposed to help significantly with rubber banding and jankiness and desync, though this appeared to be more focused at FPS and character movement originally. It was supposed to be part of, as I believe, a general update to the netcode. Desync and poor netcode performance are one of the main things preventing a competitive PvP scene forming around Star Citizen ship combat, like we had with 2.6.3 all that time ago. Now, that's my opinion more than actual fact, I suppose. The feature moving to 3.12 does not preclude fixes and updates to the netcode and backend services in 3.11 and them attempting to address some of these desync problems, but it does look like a lot of the stuff that I wanted for 3.11 has now been pushed back to 3.12 in regards to netcode. I really want 3.11 to have PvP ship combat without the major issues of the 3.10 branch, and I suspect that many people feel exactly the same. I really hate when features move off a patch without much warning, like last minute ones. It's something that Cloud Imperium need to stop doing if possible. Tell us at the earliest possible stage if something looks like it's not going to make a patch. To be honest, that might be what's happened here. Cloud Imperium are pushing to get 3.11 out by the end of September. Maybe they went, we've almost got it with these features, but they don't quite make the cut, so bam, pushing them back. But they don't really communicate that with us. If that is the case, tell us a bit more like, we genuinely were planning to have it in 3.11. It was like almost there, but it's not quite there. But I feel that would have been known a lot earlier. My hope is that the new roadmaps that they are working on will convey this information a lot better. Otherwise, it just leads to some unnecessary disappointment. It makes the roadmaps inaccurate, and it feels like they're quite disingenuous with it when they're marketing a patch effectively with these features that don't then turn up. That said, moving the features to 3.12 isn't a huge time to wait, as long as they hit their mark with them, and to be honest, I am willing to wait if they are really going to fix that desync, if we are going to get a much better PvP and general Star Citizen experience in the persistent universe from those updates. So hopefully CIG can hit the mark there. Maybe 3.11 will fix some of those issues, so we'll have to wait and see. Cloud Imperium have said as well that the Mercury Star Runner has GIB Carrack levels of anticipation. They are trying to make sure that the ship meets the needs of themselves and us as players. The Star Runner is not being pushed back to 3.12. However, they do want to let us know that it might not be in the initial 3.11 build. It may be in a 3.11.x build if it's not ready. But CIG, please do not leave me waiting on my Mercury Star Runner. I am really excited for that ship. There are additional features though coming to 3.11 that they've just added on the roadmap. Force reactions, so this uses the physics system, visible reactions that are systemically triggered for players and NPCs when punched, shot or caught in explosions. Actors are made to lean when experiencing strong winds or g-forces of an accelerating ship, with extreme shifts in wind and ship velocity knocking the characters down. They've done some pretty strong knockbacks recently shown off in Inside Star Citizen, with the GP33 grenade launcher also being in 3.11. I'm looking forward to that feature getting knocked around constantly. Won't be great if it's just constantly when you're in a ship standing around, if someone's like flying an atmosphere. If you're just being constantly shuck around, if you're not in a seat, that'll be annoying. But the occasional sort of like I should have been sitting down, I've just been hit by a missile, and so like people on your ship go flying. That would be pretty cool, to be honest. There is a new player and external inventory feature, allowing us to visually manage food, drink, mined rocks, and harvested items stored in our personal inventories, and then move them between the backpack and suit pockets and any external storage devices, such as cargo on certain vehicles. That's pretty good. That's an expansion of cargo. That's an evolution of the cargo systems. This is a major step towards looting a fully physicalized inventory and interacting with items. Being able to take items out of a vehicle or ship storage area is very useful. There's also a lot of planetary and ground asset updates, with 3 features now appearing in 3.11 as well. Repainting existing planets and moons for the V4 planetary tech. So this utilizes the new planetary painting tools, and they've gone through all the planets and moons in the standard system and repainted the surface and object presets, bringing them all up to standard for the V4 planetary tech. This also future-proofs this stuff so they can take advantage of new tech in legacy locations. They are updating ground textures and expanding their current terrain texture library by adding scanned data, as well as updating geology on a per object basis. They're now able to support hardware tessellation displacement on geology distributed across terrain to give it a more organic appearance. So you're going to get much better looking planets from the planets that we already have, and moons, obviously. The sneak peek in the newsletter this week showed us updates to the ground terrain shaders, so I am genuinely expecting quite a big change in the way that planets look, making them look a lot better here, especially with the legacy planets. Really, anything that's microtech should see some big updates there, and even microtech will see some of the assets and that sort of stuff updated, and its moons, obviously. And that's it for the roadmap updates this week. It was quite a big change there, so I thought it deserved its own video. It looks to me like Cloud Imperium are still pushing for Alpha 3.11 for the end of September, which is probably why they saw so many cuts and changes to the roadmap this week. I'm expecting to see an Evocati build within the next couple of weeks, and potentially for 3.11 to be targeted for the live build at the end of the month. It would be a shame, however, if 3.11 still has the desync and branch issues that 3.10 had. I am very much looking forward to cargo facilities and inventory updates, and that Mercury Star Runner. I'm thinking maybe they're targeting the Mercury Star Runner for mid-October. Maybe they'll get it in for the initial release, though it looks unlikely, seeing they told us that maybe it won't make it, but it's hard to judge what exactly might be holding it up. We do know that there are some missile and countermeasure updates as well coming with 3.11 to tide us over until the missile operator mode and general missile overhaul is done in 2021. That was the other major sort of side of PvP and the game that I wasn't super enjoying at the moment, was that missiles just seem so cheap and easy to use to just solve all of your problems. So 3.11 might address some of these issues. We're going to literally have to wait and see. As I said, though, I am a bit disappointed with that network code stuff slipping. But as I said, CIG need to communicate more, in my opinion. And I think a lot of other people feel the same. So I'm hoping, as I said, those new roadmaps, when they've got them done within the next few weeks, hopefully that will convey a lot more information in a way that allows us to understand what's going on with the development a lot more, convey a lot more information, tell us what teams are working on what, and how likely it is to make certain patches. And if it doesn't make a patch, we can see, well, it's actually received a huge amount of work, so it's going to be in the next patch, definitely, rather than keep on getting delayed. Because there's a worry there that some of these features, like the netcode updates, for example, maybe they'll just keep on being pushed back and back and back, like Salvage did, and then get knocked off the roadmap, and you're like, well, when are we going to get this? And we don't want to be in a situation where with any features, to be honest. But what do you think? You don't have to agree with me. Were you expecting some of these features to slip? Are you a PvP player despairing over the state of the game and worried about 3.11? Do you think 3.11 will be featureful enough to hold your attention? Are you looking at other games at the moment like Elite Dangerous or Star Wars Squadrons going, well, in the meantime, maybe I'll play these? What do you think about the new features with inventory, planetary updates, and force reactions? Whatever your thoughts, though, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What am I shilling for today, I hear you ask? Do you hate it when people steal all of your money and your house over the internet? I know I do. NordVPN may have been invented by wizards to help protect your personal data from the prying eyes of the dark web, a sinister cabal of technomancers that grow in power the more they know about your browsing habits. The true story of NordVPN's origins are unknown and lost to the ages, and without using facts, no one really knows how it provides more accessibility to otherwise censored websites or a safer security experience for all that use it. All I know is that it does, and that when you sign up to it, the power level of my bank account grows. And I use it, and maybe you should too. Every month we have a giveaway for a Star Citizen ship. For this month of September, it's for the Talon Light Fighter, the Battlebird Glass Cannon. Just comment on any of my videos made during September 2020 to be in for a chance of winning that. That ship should be flyable by the end of the year. If you'd like to further support the channel, there is Patreon or YouTube channel memberships via the join button down below. That will net you some exclusive content each month, but sharing videos, liking, subscribing, dinging the bell, as well as commenting and giving feedback really does help the channel to grow and give me an idea of what you guys want. Thanks very much for watching. You take care, and I'll see you in the verse.